Hello, and it's Monday, the 8th of December, and I'm here to give you an update on what I've been doing, which is not much. I spent yesterday with my bestie and her daughter at a craft fair in Bath, and we had a wonderful time watching all of the people and seeing all of the great vendors and what everybody's making out there. It's also great to get some ideas of new things that people are making. I got some maple syrup, local maple syrup in Maine, and it's going to be wonderful. They said it's the best in the state, so apparently it is. I'll tell ya. But I also came home from the craft fair and started to do some sewing in my sewing room, and I ran over my finger with the rotary cutter, which cut things majorly short because I don't do blood, and bad things happen when there's blood involved. And so I didn't, as soon as I ran over it, I ran out of the sewing room, went downstairs, put it under the faucet, grabbed gauze, started staunching the blood, poured some hydrogen peroxide on it, put some more gauze on it, before like the shock came on and the throbbing started and the darkness started closing in. Luckily, about that time, my husband came in from the garage and he took over. I laid on the floor because as soon as I sat up, I started passing out. I don't know why. It's just what I do. So he bandaged me up, laughing. Yeah, he just redid it because I washed the dishes and they got all wet, started throbbing. So he bandaged me back up again and said, looks good actually. So we put more antibiotic stuff on it and bandaged it up. And it's just got a little bit of a throb and that's it. But it's not, I poured hydrogen peroxide on it 2 times while I was waiting for him to come in from the garage. And it only bled a lot at first. I cleaned that up before he came in the house. But anyway, it has slowed me down. But what I was working on was the tidy time. So that came to a standstill. I picked up on it today, but this has slowed me down because I was doing dishes and making some soup and stuff and it got wet. So he just rebandaged it. So now I can get back to doing some sewing, but I got to get my steps in. I got to get my 10,000 steps. I'm only at 3,800, so I'm going to be outside for the next hour getting my steps. And this evening, I will start sewing again. But tidy time, the Trinket Tray. This is one of them. And what it has you do is, this binding is a bias binding and you make it in a loop. And she gives you measurements and it worked out perfectly. I was told to do this for the Ditty Bag 2.0 too, and I didn't because I couldn't understand what I was supposed to do. But for some reason it clicked this time and I was able to do it. So I might try it for the Ditty Bag. But what I noticed was, luckily this all worked out pretty good, but on some of them you can see the stitching, the machine stitching, where this one got like here on the binding, it went, you can see it there. So when I was, stitching it down from the opposite side, I usually, on my quilts, I always hand sew. I sew the one side with the sewing machine and then I hand sew the opposite side. But she really encouraged you to just use your machine for this, so that's what I did. But for this one, I'm feeling the need to do the hand sewing on the binding because it's just the colors. I just was like, oh, I don't know. I just need to do that. So for this, I had to thread my needle and I was having trouble. Then I remembered I got this from Fat Quarter Shop. So I figured out, first off, I had a hard time figuring out when I got this how this was supposed to work. So I had tied a knot in it up here, which was unnecessary. Why? Because it has one of those things that you slide to adjust the size there to go around your neck, which I was messing up. But you put that on, and then you adjust where you want it, and then you slide it to however you want it to bring it down or whatever. For the height, it goes on your chest, and it's and it also has on up here, it has lights so you can light up what you're working on. I just this morning I used this to thread the needle. Oh my God, it worked. I threaded that needle better than I have in years. I should have been using this years ago, but now I'm using it and I'm very happy with it. So if you're having problems with seeing this handy dandy tool with the LED lights in here, runs on 2 AAA batteries. Very, very handy, I gotta say. So what am I working on tonight and tomorrow? I'm planning on finishing the Trinket Trays. I'm also going to be working on my Beauty All Around, the hand embroidery around that, buttonhole stitching around my applique. Going to be working on my slow stitch journal one of these days. I'm not sure which day. And then once I get done with the Trinket Tray, I'm also going to start working on the Jelly Roll table runner. So I put that off to do the Trinket Tray, and then Rotary Cutter happened, and injuries. This has definitely slowed me down. And Lynn Lockhart also did this earlier in the week or last week. So apparently this is a contagious thing. So everybody be extra careful because it seems to be going around and you don't want to catch it, believe me. So, Lynn, I feel you. All right. And it's an inappropriate finger also. What can you say? All right. You let me know what you guys are working on. Did you have a good weekend? And I will see you probably tomorrow. Okay, bye.